Today, I'm going to be revealing the exact client acquisition system that Rob the Bank uses to make over $1 million with his online coaching business. So if you're an online coach or consultant, you will be able to steal parts of his process or just implement the full system. And if you want my help to walk you through the implementation steps after you've watched this video, then you'll also find a link in the description where you'll be able to book a call with me. Welcome to this breakdown analysis of Rob the Bank's client acquisition system and how he's making at least $1 million with his e-com coaching business. Now, you'll also see that his pronouns are it's over, which typically indicates that he's not a radical liberal, which is a good start. But before you ask me where I have that number from, that $1 million per month, I'm not his accountant, I don't have access to his bank statements, and he has not publicly said how much he is making. However, I'll show you the exact details of his system, which make me really certain that he's making at least $1 million per month with this. And if he's not, I would like to talk with him personally, because with this system, that's a bare minimum. So why can I even open my mouth about this topic? Why can I voice my opinion about this? It's because I'm David Muller. I help online coaches and consultants start and scale their coaching business, like Nicholas over here, or Naj over there, or Brian over there. And in the past few months, I've generated over 6 figures for my clients and have analyzed over 300 of the best online coaching funnels in 2025. Now, I'm not an online coach. I guide people through the process step by step, and I build out their system. So before you come at me that I am that coach coaching coaches, no, I don't do that. I do a done for you system for my clients. And this is why I go so in depth in every single analysis. So let's look at the stats for Rob the Bank over here, Mr. Robert Oliver. So his stats are, on his Instagram, he has almost 500,000 followers, and on his second account, he has almost 60,000. Now his YouTube, which is probably the most important one, is also at 56K as of right now, and he's posting daily on Instagram, whereas he's posting about weekly on YouTube. You'll see that in his YouTube videos, he's going into great depths on what he's teaching, so it's no wonder that he's just posting weekly on there. A little bit of an overview and a little bit of why Robert's system is so different compared to everyone else's. Because Robert, if you have watched his content before, is not your average guru. He's not your average, I'm going to do a sales funnel person, but he has a very complex system, and it all starts with his ideal client profile, with his target avatar. He's not starting with selling his products. He's not starting with pushing out e-com content to e-com people, but he's pushing out content to a certain type of person that is likely to engage in a transformation and want to change their life for the better. So instead of talking to people who are already interested in e-com, who already want to buy his product, he's helping people get to a point in their life and helping people transform. So instead of talking to people who are already in a position where they want to invest in e-com coaching, Robert actually talks to people who are not there yet, but he helps them take the first steps, and he helps them get to a point where they are able to invest in his coaching and invest in his high ticket offers. Let me show you exactly how he's doing that. So first, he's talking to the personal pain of his viewers, right? So he's not giving people e-com advice right away. He's talking to their deep personal pain. This is their satisfaction with their life. This is their happiness. This is how productive they feel. This is who they are as a person. This has nothing to do with business just yet. So he's selling them an identity. He's selling them a person, an identity that they could become in the future. And then he's giving them steps from there. So it's obvious. And from there, he's letting people know about his own story. So his own come up, his own glow up as well, because he's also talking a lot about, aesthetics and looks. So he's telling you his own story, his own anecdotes that he has in his personal life, and then he interprets that problem, and then just then he's selling you a business model. He uses a very specific marketing vortex type of approach over here, where he first gets you on the outside over there with your personal pain. So you are very far away from investing into his e-com coaching business because you don't even know what e-com coaching is. But he starts talking to your personal pain. Then he sells you an identity. then you are already convinced that this is something that you want. You absolutely want to be that person that looks like that, that lives in Miami, that has hundreds of thousands of dollars in their bank account. Now you have the identity. Now you are being sold a business model. Now you are being convinced that e-com is the way to go. E-com is the easiest way right now with TikTok Shop and everything like that. So you are being sold on the business model. And then you see that there is a solution to making it work. How do you actually make it work? You start going deeper and deeper into the vortex, and then you stumble upon Robert's own process, Robert's own product, which is his high-ticket coaching program. And then you are leaving Robert on a payment with, for example, Stripe, right? So this is his system. His system does not rely on talking to people or finding people, rather, who already love e-com and want to make progress in e-com and have a e-com business that they want to improve. No, he's actually transforming people to become that person that he can then eventually sell to. So in essence, Rob creates qualified leads. He's not satisfied with just having traffic and some people being qualified from them and then just selling this little circle over here. No. He realizes that there is traffic, and there is first people who are 20% qualified, and there is people who are 80% qualified, and there is people who are 100% qualified and can actually buy the high ticket program right now. So in the first step, when people are 0% qualified, he sells them an identity. Again, coming back to over here, sell an identity over here on the top. Then when they are already 20% qualified, then you get sold on the business model, and then you become 80% qualified, but maybe you don't have the cash, right? Maybe you are not sold on the process or on Robert's solution specifically. So here you are being sold on his own process and being like placed into the system, which allows you to get the cash, so money, that you need in order to invest in his high ticket coaching program. And quite frankly, the way Robert does this, the way Robert sells you from up here all the way down there and drags you into his system and creates a person out of you that he's able to sell to, is genius. So let's get into the details of his whole system and what he's doing exactly. So first, he starts with Instagram. On Instagram, he's posting reels that are business related, mindset related, and anything that is basically that type of person that he's helping you become, right? He's selling you an identity, a lifestyle. He's selling you something much more than just business. He's talking about mental components. He's talking about stress. He's talking about it's far better for a woman, right? This is about, it's better if the woman is obsessed with the man and not the man with the woman. So it seems very off topic, but this is exactly what makes people trust him, right? So 2.4 million views, 2.3 million views. This is exactly what you need to pay attention to, because these are the reels that get people to trust you and not only know you, but also trust you. So he gets insane amounts of reach with this type of content. Now, also a very important note here is that he's constantly posting stories while being the person that he's selling you to become, right? While he's selling you his identity. He's boxing over here in Miami, and yeah, that's his story over there. Now, from Instagram, he has a couple of links, right? First of all, he's leading people to his $1 Million Club Instagram, where he's very directly selling people on his coaching, on his e-com coaching. I'll be getting into detail as to what this application and this route over here is. But before doing that, let me quickly show you his pinned post and his pinned reel on his Instagram. Because his pinned reel is selling you the business model, right? So we've been talking about what sort of steps he uses. He sells you an identity, he sells you the business model, and he sells you his own process. So let me show you exactly where he's doing each and every one of those steps. The pinned reel, which is this one over here, welcome to my $15 million mansion. He is selling the business model and leads you to a specific prompt, right? So it's just a lead magnet. It's just to build trust, to help people move along their journey, to create the qualified person who's educated and is ready to invest. Now, in his pinned posts, in this one over here, the $1 million on TikTok Shop in less than 12 months reel, he's selling his own process. And in the other one over here, people look at me like I'm a creative player. He's selling an identity, right? Like, who do you have to become? You are the main character. You can level up any trade that you want to upgrade as long as you put in the effort. There you go. So it's selling you an identity. And from selling you an identity and from leading you to these lead magnets over here, this AI guide and this Notion document over here, he's also leading people to his YouTube channel. Because as I've shown you up here, so people get their attention caught over here with a viral reel, which could be one of these, right? Something which is vaguely, to be honest, completely unrelated to business, right? It has no correlation with business as to how you view relationships, okay? But he's getting your attention. Then he's starting to drag you into a spiral. Then he's starting to drag you into his system, into his specific world, and he's starting to indoctrinate his audience so that he's able to sell them a high-ticket $10,000 product later on. So this is a quick spoiler, but bear with me. So in his reels, you'll notice that some reels actually promote YouTube videos, right? So there are many chat automations, like on this one. I mean, let me just show you over here, where people can comment a certain keyword, like mental over here, and that leads people to his YouTube channel. And funnily enough, in his YouTube channel, he is more focused on e-com, on business mindset, business strategies and tactics. I could have been a millionaire 10 years sooner with this one thing, right? Business related. Okay, Playboy Cardi's cult marketing is genius. Okay, business related. Again, business, e-com, creating a cult marketing in e-com. Very, very relevant. I lost $50 million overnight and crashed out in Miami. Also, surprisingly business related and, just mindset related. The last one, hire the most autistic person you know and make millions. Hiring, how to find people who actually deliver results for you. Okay, so this is his YouTube. And below every single one of his YouTube videos, if you look at the descriptions, he's leading people to a very specific YouTube video. This is a hidden VSL YouTube video, which is absolutely packed with value, right? Almost 1 hour, 10 minutes. This is the how to start a $30 million brand with 0 followers in 2025, right? So this is a very transformation-oriented YouTube video, and every single one of his YouTube videos over here leads to this one, right? So it's very clear that he's starting people off on Instagram, then getting them to into the spiral, selling them the identity, selling them the business model, and then selling them on his own process. And this YouTube video is the culmination of everything that he is doing in his system, right? So it starts out with getting people into the frame of, okay, who are we even? Like, why are we doing this? The second, he's selling people on his business model, and then he's selling people on his own process. So let me show you the exact step-by-step approach that he's taking in this particular video. Okay, so he has an intro, which is giving people a context as to who they are able to become if they watch this video. Second one is the online business graveyard. So throw rocks at the enemies, which is every single other business model, right? It's trading, it's growth operating, it's everything SMMA that you can imagine. So he's throwing rocks at his enemies. Then he's selling you on the business model again. He's giving you the case study of his life, of his story, which is, again, coming back to over here, right? Own story, interpretation of the core problem, and selling you on the business model, and then giving you the solution and giving you the product that you can buy. So then you get the process, which is also selling you on the process. And then what does the startup cost? It is a nice price anchor over here, which will make you believe that you need to invest $15,000, $16,000. But he's very upfront with you that you need at least $10,000 to invest into this business and to make it work. But he also gives you another option. What if you are unable to invest that $10,000? What if you don't have $10,000? How to get startup money? Turning the average person into ICP. This is the last step that you see over here, like helping people get the cash to invest into his program. And if you don't have $10,000 right now, he's downselling you into his low ticket program, which is make your first 10K online. Well, who would have guessed? And you will be able to make money or join this community and make money with TikTok Shop and the creator community, and make your first 10K in profit, so that once you have it, you are able to apply for his real coaching, right? This is his real mentorship. This is the link that is also promoted in this particular Instagram over here, which is going over here. And this is selling you a very specific offer, which is e-com coaching. And again, he's very clear that if you don't have at least $10,000, then don't apply. But at this point, imagine this, right? You started out watching this video and you liked the person. You saw it had 2.4 million views and you liked this person that was over here because you have agreed with his views. And you found him kind of cool, right? Because he's a very cool person. And then you started being dragged into his system, right? You were indoctrinated with his views, so you were sold on an identity. Then you were sold on the business model. Then you were sold on his process. Then he helped you to get the cash that you need to invest in his high-ticket program. And because he already helped you make $10,000, you are sure as hell going to invest $10,000 with him as well. So this is the exact system that Rob the Bank uses to make at least $1 million per month with e-com coaching. And again, I'm not his accountant. I don't know exactly how much he's making, but this system will allow you to make tons of money on your own as well. Implement these flywheels, implement these system steps instead of just posting content randomly. So again, if you want help with the implementation of all of this and a step-by-step guidance on how you can make it work for your specific offer, then I have a link in the description where you can book a call with me and we can go over everything step by step. But if you're just here for the value, that's also fine. I hope you like this video. Do the YouTube things. Subscribe, like, comment, share, everything that you can. And I'll make sure to get back to you if you leave any comments that I should be answering to. All right, have a nice day.